Rumour has it that Fallout New Vegas 2 is finally in development at Obsidian Entertainment. Is there any truth to the leaks? I've got more news on Fallout New Vegas 2. Does this mean it's actually happening? Jeff Grubb on his podcast has claimed that Obsidian, who was the original creator of Fallout New Vegas, might just create a sequel to the first game. This is very early, but people have begun to have talks and say these words and sentences. And those words are Obsidian and New Vegas 2. We're talking years and years away. There's at least an interest and conversations happening about making something like that actually a reality. A lot of people at Microsoft think that this could work, and there's lots of interest to make it happen. It's the word of an industry insider. So same story as below. But the fact that these talks about Fallout New Vegas 2 come up again and again are interesting, for sure. Let's hope there's some truth to it. Fallout New Vegas is a 2010 action role-playing game developed by Obsidian Entertainment and published by Bethesda Softworks. A spin-off of the Fallout series, the game encompasses a region consisting of Arizona, California, and Nevada. Back in 2013, Obsidian CEO claimed that he was keen to create a sequel to New Vegas, and shared some of his ideas for a follow-up. We'd love to do a Fallout New Vegas 2, it would be awesome. If I think of going from Fallout 1 to Fallout 2, we tried to associate the two eras somewhat closely. It wasn't just, oh yeah, we're gonna do this 2,000 miles away from here. So I think we're gonna do Fallout New Vegas 2, or just a new Fallout. We would probably separate it from the internal team as Bethesda's doing. We'd keep it on the West Coast, because we're West Coast people, they're East Coast. So it makes more sense. Microsoft acquired Obsidian in 2018. The corporation then ZeniMax, parent company of Bethesda Softworks in 2021. The move saw Xbox Game Studios grow from 15 to 23 development teams with the addition of Bethesda Game Studios, ID Software, ZeniMax Online Studios, Arcane, Machine Games, Tango Gameworks, AlphaDog, and Roundhouse Studios. Fallout New Vegas is of course remembered today as one of the greatest RPGs ever made, a sequel that arguably even surpassed its predecessor, Fallout 3. Despite having only 18 months to turn around the game for the contract with Bethesda, Obsidian Entertainment produced a deep RPG experience set in post-apocalyptic Sin City, a masterclass in storytelling that left players wanting more after its release in 2010. It's no surprise that then fans have spent the last decade asking Bethesda to return to the West Coast wasteland for another adventure. If the sequel is indeed discussed eternally at Bethesda, it's not necessarily because the publisher finally listened to the fans, though. Since 2010, Bethesda has released Fallout 4, and the online title Fallout 76, neither of which really revisit the story laid out in Obsidian's game, instead exploring and expanding on plot threads established in Bethesda's Game Studios' Fallout 3. So what suddenly changed? The fact that Microsoft has spent the last few years acquiring both Obsidian, the studio, and of Bethesda's coveted properties. That means that for the first time ever, Obsidian and the Fallout franchise are both under the same roof, making it much easier for Microsoft to start the new project as a future showstopping Xbox Series X release. Considering the legacy of Fallout New Vegas, this seems bound to happen eventually, didn't it? Unfortunately for PS5 players, this long-awaited sequel seems destined to skip that console completely despite the original's appearance on the PlayStation 3. What a difference a decade makes. I'll keep you guys updated as we hear more. Thanks for watching.